Мистер Бо, спасибо, что подписался. Ну, привет, мой дорогой. Я рад тебя видеть на своем канале Мистер Бо. Сегодня у нас с тобой ритум то Grace. Игрушка спокойная. Вот. Не менее интересная также, да? Сегодня у нас с тобой
Wow.
будет
Are these
вау,
plants still intact?
They must have been subject
исследование,
to a very sudden drop in
всякие там
temperature while
загадки,
still
как я
alive.
понял.
What is
Вот.
this place?
Remaining connected to one's
Тоже она
natural
такая,
world is
типа,
important
знаешь,
for a
как
person's
вроде
well-being.
как
A fitting
ходишь,
starting
ходишь,
point for those
бродишь,
entering
а по
structure, don't you
факту
think? Do you see them,
какие-то
Addie?
там
Life in perfect stillness.
исследования, опять же, повторюсь, да? То есть делаешь,
Flowers defying the
ищешь
hoarfrost,
вход,
as you have defied the
выход,
emptiness of space to arrive
кнопочку,
here.
я думаю, что за
I
херня? Что
guess.
по-английски, как-то эти
Which one are you?
субтитры.
Pardon me?
Which
Ни
one
хера
of these
непонятно,
blooms
что она
best
там
embodies
говорит.
your
Часы-то
spirit?
эти.
Seriously? It's important I know
Вот.
these things in the balancing of illuminatory ergonomics.
Поэтому
Fancy words do not make this any
спасибо
less
тебе за
idiotic.
поддержку.
Go ahead,
Спасибо
Addie, there
за
are no wrong
вчерашние
choices.
трансляции, что ты заходил ко мне. Даже смотришь видос. Очень приятно видеть, да? Вот. Собственно,
By
что?
all
Мы с
means, take
тобой
your
куда
time if
должны
you need
идти.
it.
Куда-то идти и что-то, собственно, делать. Фонарик у нас с тобой включается.
Do you recognize any of the objects in this section of the garden?
Так.
I'd love to know what you think of them.
Очень, конечно, я
For
здесь
the calibration process.
замудрили все это. Но суть в том, что даже если на английском, в принципе, понятно, что от нас именно хочет
Go ahead and
разработчик,
choose a
да?
bloom, Addie.
Типа, иди куда-то, сделай что-то. Ну хорошо, давай пойдем. Обошли все вокруг, вроде ничего не нашли. Попробуем дверь открыть. А не открывается. Бутон пишет нам. Какой-то бутон. Что за бутон? Где он находится? Пока непонятно. Но мы с тобой, повторюсь, все выясним сейчас. Мы выясним, что где находится, зачем нам это нужно и для чего все это нам надо.
Go ahead and choose a bloom, Addie.
Money. Какие деньги? Пошли в сад еще осмотрим. Может, там не все осмотрели, поэтому.
Please consider an object, Addie.
Во.
This looks like Pacific Revival. Part of an archway, maybe. That's a pretty big piece to ship all this way.
So it must be important. Even though it's no longer holding up a roof.
I guess its purpose
И
has
они,
changed.
короче, всю игру
As
будут
can
постоянно
happen with people,
разговаривать.
too.
Am I doing this right?
You are doing
Ну, в
splendidly.
принципе, это
I'm
нормально,
sorry.
да?
This cannot
Такой
possibly be
геймплей.
necessary.
Что
Temperature
они что-то
preferences can vary
разговаривают,
considerably
взаимодействие с
between
игроком есть.
individuals.
Ну, блядь, ну почему на
Careful
английском-то,
calibration is
ё-моё?
essential.
Русский
How about
где?
above freezing and we proceed?
Где
It's
отечественный
really up to
язык?
Addie. If you don't
Алло.
wish to consider more objects, I can set the temperature within a survivable range, and you can move on to the flower bed next to the stairs. Go ahead and choose a bloom, Addie.
Угу. Типа дальше иди и что-то там делай. Должно еще быть внутреннее умиротворение. Нет ничего здесь, да? Ок.
Go ahead and choose a bloom, Addie.
This
Во.
statue could be outer
Это
colonial.
как статуя.
It's simple, but it's quite beautiful, I guess.
Знаешь, это что
And why
херово?
would
Вот
its
пока они
beauty
не
matter?
поговорят, я не
People
могу
like
на
pretty
следующий знак
things.
нажать.
Ah,
То есть мне
a
нужно будет
human
ждать,
truth spanning thousands of
пока у них этот
years.
диалог закончится.
What's the point of this, Addie?
I'm an explorer.
Ну
I'm here
опять
to
же, и
learn.
тебе расслабиться, да? Отдохнуть. Отдохнуть и расслабиться.
I have no idea what this is. A weapon or
Ничего не
tool
понимаю,
of some kind?
что это такое.
It's a device for working metal.
Это девайс.
Why do you suppose it's in this garden, Addie?
It could be a symbol of hard work.
An industrious future?
Ну, ни хера не понимаю, о чем говорит.
Or a laborious past, perhaps?
Но типа здесь как
You're not a
осматривай,
planner, are you?
осматривай,
been
что
told
где
that.
есть, а потом иди туда куда-то для того, чтобы сделать что-то, то-то.
Is this a lantern?
An expression of our certainty in the flow of time.
How so?
A craftsman spent months carving this remarkable device based on the absolute certainty that after day, night would follow.
All right, I
Hello.
follow.
Follow
What would you say
это
these
эти,
objects have in
как называется, подписчики.
They're artifacts from long before the building of the station.
The things we leave behind say something about us.
Причем
don't
с
they?
подписчики, не знаю.
What a society leaves
Может
behind
быть,
is
в
all
игре
we
говорят,
have
что
an
ты должен
understanding how they
подписаться на
lived.
канал и поставить
But
лайкос,
we're
скорее
interested
всего,
in
из-за
what
этого.
you were willing to leave behind
Может
in
быть, игра
order to
понимает,
come
что я ее
here.
снимаю.
Haven't left a whole lot, to be honest.
По-любому.
I believe that's all I will need to set the perfect temperature. Finally,
Перфект.
you can move on to the flower bed next to the stairs.
Короче, это подготовка, наверное. Подготовка к выходу на уровень. Мне так кажется.
Go ahead and choose a blue, Maddie.
Ну вот, здесь осталось последнее место, куда мне идти. Нет. Пошли на выход. Посмотрим, может там что-нибудь есть. Бутон. Давай посмотрим, что такое
Go ahead
бутон
and choose a blue, Maddie.
на английском. Сейчас я в интернете посмотрю, что такое бутон на английском.
Go
Так.
ahead and choose a blue, Maddie.
Подожди.
I like this one.
A wonderful choice. You're driven by
Пуговица.
curiosity. A search for something truly special has
Что?
brought you to the
Какая
spire.
пуговица,
I'm
блядь?
making the lighting adjustments now. Ah, perfect timing. The room is fully compressed and we can go about setting oxygen levels.
Call me old-fashioned, but how about the traditional 21%?
Go ahead and seat yourself at the center of the pergola.
Кнопка.
Very good. Now, when you're ready,
Кнопка или
you can
пуговица?
remove your helmet.
My helmet?
Ну вот мы нашли с тобой. Надо найти какую-то кнопку
You
или
can't sample the
пуговицу.
air I've prepared
Очень
with it
странно.
on.
And you're sure it's safe?
Your well-being is the most important thing, Addie. I'm certain it is safe.
Okay.
Сейф. Ну вот, смотри, значит,
Now I want you to take a deep breath.
сейчас у нас будет с тобой внутреннее умиротворение. Сядь на пол, ноги скрестив. Вдох.
I
Нет.
want you to take a slow, deep breath and hold it until I tell you to
Надо
release.
думать о своем
Wait till I
внутреннем
say release.
мире.
Not very good at
Ага.
following simple instructions, are
Не
we?
так делай,
Perhaps
блядь.
it's because Addie realizes that
Еще
none of
раз.
this is important.
Сядь на пол.
I'll tell you to release.
Так. Вдох.
Nice, deep. I want you to
Выдох. Вдох.
hold as you can, Addie. Hold
И
it.
выдох.
3, 2,
2,
1,
1.
and release.
Выдох. Первый, отлично. Мы разобрались,
And when
блядь.
you're ready, another deep breath in.
Еще раз. Вдох.
Fill those marvelous lungs.
Думай о приятном.
3,
Держись. 3, 2, 1.
and release. Very
Выдох.
good, Addie.
Заебатая
Feel all
игра
that
просто.
built-up stress
Классная.
from your long journey here release into the
Охереть
ether.
просто. Первый раз вижу,
Release.
чтобы мы в
Shut
игре
out
начали
any negative
дышать.
energy and take in another life-nurturing breath.
Energy. Радио надо включить. Еще раз вдох.
Hold it.
А зарядку будем делать? 2, 1.
1,
И...
and release.
Выдох.
Even the station has a limited supply of oxygen.
Next, I want you to really open your body by reaching up toward the sky.
Надо потянуться, скорее всего, да, он пишет? Потягушечки, потягушечки, потягушечки. 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 Давай, давай. Вот, к солнцу вверх. Надо держать, скорее всего. Давай еще раз. Держим, 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 держим.
Wonderful.
Молодец.
How's that feel,
Молодец.
Kinda nice?
Охереть
And
можно.
we're almost
Типа
done
это
the
в середине как
calibration.
коврик считается.
For our last exercise, I will ask you to stand up.
Okay.
Now,
Так, теперь надо встать.
once you're centered, You can hold your
На одну
hands in a
ногу.
relaxed position in front of you.
И
Now
релакснуть.
transfer your weight onto one foot.
На одну ногу встаем.
I want you to hold
И надо
that for
держать
10
равновесие.
seconds.
Okay.
Я только
What
потом
would
понял,
this
почему
possibly
это
have to
нужно.
do with oxygen levels?
It's
Для
about
устойчивости.
balancing.
Чтоб ты шел по улице,
Literal
короче, не
balancing?
падал. Понял?
Unbelievable.
Как я здесь...
Let's try again.
Давай еще раз. Давай еще раз попробуем. Ну, ты можешь. Держись, держись.
Hold
Равновесие держим. Держим равновесие.
3,
3,
2,
2,
1, and
Один.
that's 10 seconds.
заебись.
Excellent, Addie. We've done great
Абсолютно.
work here today.
Excellent.
I've made note of these settings for the other parts of the station.
Теперь ты нашел ту кнопку,
So we can move to
которая
the
тебе
transit system
помогла
now?
идти
The
дальше.
door out is just up the stairs past the
Иди к
flowers.
двери. Иди к двери и там нажми что-нибудь. А основной геймплей завязан на вот этом. То есть мы куда-то прилетели,
I'll
и,
do my
собственно,
best to get
теперь
the
будем
oxygen
идти
mix
просто
just
как
right
бы
in the
и...
rest of the station. Just let me know if anything is not quite working for you.
You don't suspect Grace was shut down in a human conflict?
Maybe.
искать всякие
Or
выходы
you were
головоломки.
abandoned over time.
Abandoned?
We've walked away from a lot of great
Типа времени у
things.
меня достаточно или нет? Говорит, неограниченное время у тебя.
Very cool.
These tracks move
Прикольно.
transport pods to other levels of this complex.
Let's see if we can get this thing working.
Так. Мы идем.
You wouldn't build a system like this if you didn't need to move a lot of people. Which
Где все люди
bodes
здесь
well
вообще?
for
Кстати,
finding
да,
something
где все
cool at
люди?
the other end.
Я думал, мы там будем кого-то гасить,
This must be the
мочить.
transit control room.
А
Looks
оказывается,
like
нет.
people worked here.
А ну-ка,
No
нажми на
power?
кнопку.
There is no current running to this console. Control will be required to reroute power.
Контрол, это, короче,
And you
кнопка.
defied my wishes
Вот
to
он,
tell the solar
контрол,
system of
блядь.
my
Какой
return.
страшный чувак
I'm just
такой.
looking
Ты
for
откуда
answers,
взялся-то,
boss.
родной?
I am the only answer.
Я есмь царь.
Control?
Тут это хотел сказать?
Fine. Where's the electrical
Отлично.
access for the room?
To the left of the rear door. But as I said,
Там
you will
дверь
need
нужно будет
control to
открыть.
reroute power to the console.
This era of electronics is dead simple. Won't hurt to take a look.
Нормально. Сказали все. Что сказали, хер знает. Придется самим разбираться. Так. Во. Нет, какая-то до этого появилась. Вот она.
This should show the power status of the room's various systems.
А ну-ка. Работает она? Не-а. Нихера.
Well, nothing in the room is on standby.
Надо въебать,
As
наверное,
I'd
скорее
said,
всего.
I'm gonna have to look at the breakers. My dad worked on
Ага,
older machines for a
прикольно.
living.
А
They're
ну-ка.
not predictable
Нет.
things. They have
Э.
quirks.
I
Ты чё,
sense that
не
there is
работает?
joy in this work for Addie.
Well, I can tell you there is no joy running to any of those
Не
breakers.
работает.
Sometimes
Не
a good
работает.
whack will knock something into place.
It's worth a try.
Well, there's your problem right there. Someone's removed the
Вот в чем
entire power
проблема.
relay.
Там какая-то херня
As I told
отвалилась.
you,
So why can't Control help us? Isn't he programmed to serve humans?
He's more accustomed to tasks like maintaining
Это было бы
power grids
прикольно,
across
если бы
entire
это, хотя бы
planets.
субтитры были
While
русские, я бы
I'm
озвучивал.
Very much attuned to the
А то вот
needs
они
of
говорят,
individuals.
блядь,
What about you,
говорят.
Logic?
I apparently offer wisdom to the wind.
You
Хотя бы
activated
историю
control and
посмотреть.
empathy.
For all the good that did
Я
us.
английский не
Is
знаю
there
ни
another
хера.
configuration we can call
Это ты
on?
сейчас спросишь, тебе будет
Grace's core
включил
processors
субтитры,
contain
нахуй, да и
only
все.
these three systems.
Can you combine the systems? Take the edge off Control with a little empathy?
Хотя субтитры
I
это когда
suppose
я
it's
молчу,
But there's no
да?
telling
Я
what the
буду
outcome
молчать,
of something
короче,
like that would
и
be.
субтитры
Could it be any
будут
worse than Control?
меня субтировать.
It can always be
Субтировать
worse.
будут меня.
It sounds like a wonderful
А,
idea, Addie.
точнее, если я говорю,
You're right.
а когда я буду
What do I
молчать,
know?
они будут субтировать
Don't
это
blame
то,
me
что вот
if
это
he turns
говорит.
out to be a
Часы.
murderer.
Addie?
Сломались?
Yep,
Блять.
it's me.
Great. What are we doing again?
We're powering up pods.
Блять,
So,
сколько всего
you
там
wanna
они
hotwire
говорят-то
this thing?
нахуй, а?
Yes, please.
Вообще жесть
Alright.
какая-то.
Rerouting
Просто
is
жесть
good to
скач.
go. You can meet me at the breaker panel. Go ahead and flip the switches.
You got it, pal.
I'm Pal.
Все
Sure.
работает.
I'll call you pal.
Breakers look good. Now you can push the buttons that turn on the
Все
different
шикардос
systems.
работает.
Power's up. I'll let you
Во.
do the honors.
Заработало.
This looks like a welder's jetpack. It's been disassembled for some reason. This one looks to be in working order.
Так. Взаимодействие еще есть и какое-нибудь? Вот на эту кнопку надо... Вот,
we go.
заебись. Ага, давай. Опа.
Oh,
О, видишь,
that's not
застряло.
good. I'm so sorry, Addie. I
Застрял
thought
какой-то
I
лед.
would have enough power to do this for you.
Надо взять палку,
Seems so
уебать,
important
наверное, об
for you
лед.
to ride in a pod.
I think the track is just jammed with ice.
Ice? You'd think I would be able to handle a little ice.
It's okay.
Обязательно,
Is there,
обязательно.
some kinda
Поставь лайкос под
de-icing
этим
system or
видосом,
something?
потому что
I
все-таки
don't know. There is not.
игра достойна
Alright,
внимания,
let's look for
согласись.
something to deal with the ice.
Хоть они и пиздоболят, а идти довольно-таки некуда, как бы, да? Это надо здесь соображать, как бы, тоже. Если ты хорошо завладеешь английским языком, то тебе будет проще понять их. Я лично владею немецким, и то в несовершенстве. Поэтому, собственно, я не могу знать, что они там говорят. А если бы на немецком говорили, я бы тоже об этом не знал. Итак, что делать? Во,
This could be promising.
Would it be heavy enough to
ну
smash
заебал,
the
ну
ice?
садись на нее.
Maybe. But I'm more interested in what that welding gun might do to the ice. Alright, pal. Let's try this
Вот,
one on for
хорошо.
size.
So, what's it gonna
Чё
do
такое?
exactly?
Похоже, знаешь, на
I
чем?
think you're gonna
На
like it.
шиномонтажную
This is a
херню,
welder.
надувать
See if
которую.
it still works.
Оба.
That. A little blue light.
That's not gonna cut it. Are you able to control this?
For you? I could definitely try.
Can you open the fuel throttle to the torch?
Okay.
Сейчас. Оба!
Oh,
Я тебе
I like
говорю,
that.
что надо типа
what
это,
is it?
лед
That's called
разогревать.
an icebreaker, pal. Any idea where the flight controls are?
Someone remove them.
Okay.
I can
Мгм.
take control if you like.
You know how to fly this?
Looks pretty easy. Stuff shoots out the back and you get thrown up in
Прикольно.
the air.
Прикольно.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
Оба.
gosh.
Я
It's
взлетаю.
working. We
Я
can
взлетаю,
fly.
работает.
Easy,
Смотри, ты
pal.
летишь. Тихо, блядь, не
Where do you
пиздану
wanna
с
go?
обгала.
Alright.
Ну вот
If,
туда.
you
Ладно,
can
хоть
move
он
me to the pod,
автоматом
we can have a
летит.
look at the ice. And,
И музыка такая, слышишь?
pal, it's super important that you don't cut the engines
Бада-бада-бада-бада-бада-бам.
or move too fast. I don't want to get hurt.
I
Оба.
know, but it's great, isn't it?
Yep. As long as you don't kill me.
Да не убьет он тебя, не ссы.
Alright. This should be close enough.
Экшон начался.
It's so bright and warm.
Just
Чё так
hold me
шатает?
steady.
This is really
Вот
hard.
здесь было бы, знаешь, что хорошо, очки VR. Еще бы здесь маленько экшен добавить, короче. И было бы вообще классно. То есть вид от первого лица, короче.
You may want to ease up, Addie. Don't push him too hard.
Я сначала не пойму, думаю, а что же за херня? Что думаю, как делать-то, блядь?
Short bursts, Addie.
А если, оказывается, просто лед выбирать? А я думал, типа, это огонь.
I think that's good. Let's have a look at the rest of the track.
Типа, знаешь как, я нажимаю на огонь, она типа потом может лететь. Вот мне это показалось.
Flying is pretty easy.
Just keep it up, literally.
А кто же ее управляет-то
There's
полет?
more ice here on the right.
Так, следующее. То есть со всех сторон мы, короче, вот этот лед обхерачим,
Whoa,
чтобы
hold it steady.
вот эта вот херотень могла это спуститься
You're
вниз.
quite sadistic, aren't you,
Типа как
Addie?
лифта, что ли.
Oh boy. I can only hold it steady for a few seconds.
Секунд, несколько секунд осталось или что?
Addie.
Ну все вроде норм.
Ah,
Все?
Let's keep going.
on it.
Следующий или
And
домой?
this last bit here.
Или последний? Вот последний будет, скорее всего.
Now you've got the hang of it.
This is so cool. It's like the best day of my life.
Well, I'm afraid we're almost done.
Я не понимаю, а зачем ее? Она же никак не связана с ней. Или типа она соединяет всю эту херню? Просто лед там с одной стороны, зачем мы Вот это вот делаем по кругу.
You think that's it? Do you think you can get me back?
А, ну, может быть, да.
I know.
Чтоб, типа, она как
Stuff to do.
цельная часть, цельная, поэтому.
That's fun, pal.
Ну,
Make a good
все.
team, right?
Yeah, I like the part where we burn the ice while flying.
Me too. Okay,
Я сам в
I'm gonna
ахере
bring down the
просто.
pod.
Где у меня кнопочка? Control? Control. А, слушай, ну все правильно, да. Она по этой херне, в принципе, спускается. Поэтому мы все и чистили. Зашли в лифт.
So, where are we heading again?
I will be able to obtain structure schematics.
Белые
once we
стены здесь
reach
не
the next
нравятся.
level.
Не нравятся белые стены. Это признак.
Hope so.
Нехороший признак.
Do you know if the pod system has stops along the way?
Ну что,
It does not.
давай-ка на этом мы с тобой закончим наш диалог, да? Желаю тебе хорошо провести время. Первый момент. Второй момент. Не расстраивайся, все будет хорошо,
This looks like a
если ты расстроен.
settlement. Can't believe
И
how
не
well
забывай,
preserved
что
it
видос
is.
выходит каждый день, я стараюсь тебя этим
You
радовать.
should really consider thinking
По
before you
поводу
speak,
нашего диалога,
and
да?
then consider not
Блин,
speaking.
Logic. As long as life
посмотри
supports
этот видос до
functional,
конца,
it's not
пожалуйста,
entirely
хорошо?
impossible that someone's
По-братски.
taken up here.
И поставь
Or
лайкос.
they could be
Ладно.
zombies.
А я
Well,
в
that
дальнейшем
settles it.
попытаюсь
I'll
более
disable
длинные
power
видосяны
now.
записывать,
Don't
я имею в виду
dare.
разговоры,
We might need
чтобы
him.
тебе было более интересно. Вот.
Ooh,
Давай, мы с
more
тобой
blood.
еще увидимся. До новых
You
встреч.
really are unburdened by
Следующий
intellect,
видос
aren't
пойду для
you?
тебя
What's the
пилить.
pattern here?
Пока-пока.
It's the Latin zes.
Huh?
And I thought you were getting the hang of these. Very well. You might call it a backwards Z or Z. And you'll need to make it the full width and height of the panel. Honestly, do you know what backwards is? Do you know what a Z looks like? Just having Pal running in the background is making us all a little stupider. If we did switch Pal off, I could always switch him back if we need to burn something. Should we have Pal do this?
There.
I've been thinking about why anyone would want Grace to be shut down. And I wonder if there could have been a flaw in her base programming.
Like what?
Control and empathy programming divert valuable processing power away from cognitive ability.
Which way am I going?
The big colorful doors. As I was saying, empathy interferes with practical decision-making. Control is a 4-year-old.
You are a 4-year-old.
Please stop. It says Keeper Rosaline.
She looks like a keeper.
She's pretty.
What do you suppose a keeper is?
It must have been a revered title if a statue was made for her.
Huh. Spire caretaker, maybe.
The key to restoring Grace may be about understanding her potential flaws.
Are you going to tell me the pattern?
You think we're flaws?
Having a few flaws is perfectly all right.
Logic sounds jealous to me.
Jealous? Of what? You can't even open doors without me.
Where are you going with this?
We'll talk again once you can tell me whoever it is. Figure that out, and I'll grant you access to the main elevator.
Grant me access? Logic. Seriously?
She has no way to do things without your help. It must be frustrating for her.
Could we create another hybrid? Logic and empathy?
Yeah. Like how you made me. I could give it a try.
Stop, stop, stop. You'll burn the place down. I will run a logic and empathy configuration as long as you promise never to allow Pal here to do any reconfiguring of our processing.
Deal.
I don't think that smart lady likes me very much.
Hello, Addie. Where do you want to start?
Can we start with the security door to the settlement elevator?
They are encrypted. It would take me days to work out the pattern.
Is there any other way into the settlement?
There is a room off to the side that does not have an encrypted entry. Perhaps we'll find something helpful there.
So you can open these ones?
They have simple passcodes. I can retrieve and play back for you. You will need to enter the sequence manually.
This looks like another control room. Do you know what this is?
It appears to be some sort of interface from which humans can track activity within the spire. Elements of the interface are missing. I'm not sure I can access it.
I think my comm device can be calibrated to connect.
Of course, yes. Let's give that a try.
More missing equipment.
This looks carefully removed.
This must be the spire structure. It must be in this section here. Can you tell me where Grace's processors are located?
You would need to access the console.
These are databanks?
Yes, they contain flight records to and from the spire.
Anything interesting about the records?
The bookings seem to be coming from internal servers, meaning the trip planning and coordination is all done here.
Where are people traveling from?
Everywhere. Destinations seem very evenly distributed throughout the solar system. There are records here of people who have occupied the rooms over the years. You got it.
Do we know the spire's capacity?
50 units. there it is. There are millions of names here.
Millions.
Well done.
If a million people cycled through here, no one could have lived here that long.
A few weeks at most, by my estimates. Okay, I found record of an Everett who stayed on the 3rd floor. Unlike other visitors, there is no record of him leaving the spire.
So, Everett was a worker, or a colonist who lived here. Is that enough for you, logic?
Hardly. It does nothing to explain why Grace would be calling to him.
So I'll need to find a way up to the 3rd floor.
Perhaps we can find one on the spire map.
All right, what are we looking for?
Grace processors are located at the top of the structure, as might be expected. There is also a massive radio beacon.
The beacon is the key, Addie. You must go now to activate the beacon to call the masses back to the spire.
Just a few minutes ago, you wanted me to leave on my ship.
The beacon is the answer. It has always been the answer.
Okay, can you get me to the beacon then? Control?
Control will not be able to override security.
Then we need to learn more about Everett.
Here's the room where Everett once stayed.
Ooh, maybe we can see it from the balcony.
Possibly, but I don't see a viable route to get there.
I can see apartments.
Those are on level 2.
Well, if we can get to that balcony, maybe we can find a way to level 3. I can climb this.
I suppose.
I don't see many other options. It's pretty much a straight shot across. Looks sturdy enough.
Even in low G, a fall could result in an injury.
I've already fallen a few times from this height.
Careful, Addie. If you broke a leg, how would you get back to your ship?
You sound like my mom. Whoa.
Addie! Addie! Are you okay?
I'm fine, but you can't be yelling things while I'm trying to cross.
So, you're going to try again after that? You nearly broke your neck, Addie.
Yep, you're totally my mom.
Falling's kind of fun. It's like really short flying.
Please, be careful. This is so cool.
Quiet, please.
Just concentrate on your breathing.
Yikes.
This is so exciting.
Breathe, Addie. Very good. Now keep walking forward.
I can't watch.
I knew you could do it.
You should really try running across next time.
I'm hoping there won't be a next time.
It'd be faster too.
Looks pretty empty. Maybe the rooms were for short work contracts.
2-week work contracts? to a vacuum tube system. From what I can tell, they are headed in one direction, the top of the spire. We still have one level to go.
Hey, there's another beam here. I think it's a shortcut.
It is more direct, but I wouldn't advise it. You're better off finding a way through the apartments. Besides, I know how much you like to explore.
Might be worth it.
It's a lot farther down. Are you sure? Please don't fall.
How would saying that be helpful?
Look at that drop. Really makes you feel alive, doesn't it?
Let's keep it that way.
Hang on. You got this.
I'm trying.
That's it. Well done.
Oh boy.
Easy, Addie. Concentrate on your breathing.
Addie! You're not hurt, are you?
I'll be okay. I think.
You can climb up at the other end of the beam.
What's the fun in that? You're not gonna let a little beam beat us. You wanna keep moving, I guess. But isn't the way you get somewhere more important than getting there?
If you're referring to the adage, it's not the destination, it's the journey, then I would suggest that getting to the destination alive matters most. This is level 3, Addie.
Let's look for evidence of Everett.
Not yet, Addie. Not yet, Addie. Here's the code. I'm sorry I don't handle the beams very well.
Well, it shows you care, I guess. Any way of knowing if this was Everett's room?
The records only give the level. We'll just have to look around.
I don't recognize these words. They look like technical or medical terms. A list of supplies, maybe.
Or a list of demands.
Are we allowed to draw on the windows here?
Certainly not. The people who did this were looking for trouble.
Only Grace. They were tracking something here. Terracycles, maybe?
They'd lost sync with Earth?
Or the spire lost power. What's the code?
Of course. Try again.
There we go. Hey, what happened to the lights?
I believe Control has turned them off, Addie.
Not cool, boss. Control? Unbelievable. Look how beat up this is.
It must have been done in anger.
I believe fear also played a part here.
Here you go.
That's it. Someone left a portrait. What are these?
From what I can tell, they're audio recordings.
Of what, I wonder?
We would require a playback device to learn more. There may be a way to access the recording through your wrist communicator with the aid of a signal amplifier. But that would only be possible by adding an element of control to my logic processing capabilities.
So you need to create a control and logic configuration.
Like a little brother?
Well, it's the only combination left. May as well, Mom.
All right. Here we go.
Hello?
Maybe he's sleeping.
So you require a tool upgrade.
It's a boy.
We were hoping you could set up my comm device to help play back recordings.
Already done. Just hold your device up to the canister.
Here you go.
I am able to enter the codes directly if you would like.
Let her do it on her own, if she wants. That's not it.
Perfect. Looks like Olympia Mon colors. I guess the team's old enough.
You will be able to access the recording the same way you've been connecting to other systems.
Okay.
Hello, Grace. I've thought much about what I'd say when I got here. I know it's important for my parents that I make my wish count. So, I guess I wish for them to be proud of me. Thank you, Grace.
People came here to make wishes?
For Grace to grant?
I'm unclear how she would go about granting the wishes of so many visitors.
So, what should we call the new config?
I do not require a name.
Might make it easier if you had one.
I will let you know if a suitable name occurs to me.
I'll try to think of some too.
All right.
I'm here, Grace. Najisha, she was so excited when I got the summons. We talked about this for months. Who we could help. Who was most deserving. She honestly believed we could come up with a wish that could make everything perfect. Thank you for choosing me. And thank you for letting me delay coming here. I want to be true to her memory, her wishes, her unlimited love for humanity. But my only wish thought I have is to have her back. I want her back.
There couldn't have actually been anything Grace could have done for her.
Grace allowed her to voice her grief.
Let's try this one.
This is Mark Anthony Wong, and I was called to Grace from our station Phoenix. Not sure if anyone will hear this, but the whole tube system is shut down right now. People are not happy, and I'm getting a little scared, to be honest. I'll be locking myself in until the shuttle returns, and I'm leaving this in case something really bad happens.
That's a little ominous.
Clearly, these canisters were not making it through the tube system. We should inspect the tubes for more.
Good idea.
Of course it is.